All right, everybody. It's Austin Holloman back again with another live stream, and we are still out here in the beautiful, amazing, magnificent, wonderful country of Chile. But even more importantly, because this is the only one I have experience with, Santiago, Chile. Let me give you guys a rundown of Santiago. Amazing people, friendly people. Everybody's approachable. I have not even ran into a handful of people here in Santiago, and I've been all over the city that are rude. The food is amazing. The weather is perfect. Right now, at least, you do not need a jacket. There is amazing weather. And most importantly, one thing that Chile, Santiago, Chile has over Asuncion, Paraguay, and Montevideo, Uruguay, is that there is always something to do in the city. You would literally have to be in Santiago, Chile for like a month. And like I'm talking about, you'd have to do something new every day for about 2 to 3 weeks, meaning that there's 15 to 20 things that you must do before you leave Santiago. Unfortunately, I will not be doing all of those things. Have I done a lot of them? Yes. I've been to Cristobal. I've been to Bella Vista. I've been to the Italiano. Uh, I've been to what's the other one? Saint Lucia. I've been to Saint Lucia. I even went to the tallest tower in South America, where you get a whole view of the city. I went and did that. Even doing all that, and I've done a couple other things, but even I've checked out sushi restaurants. I've done a nightlife. There's still that's like half of the things that you can do in the city. I went to the amusement park today, which I didn't like that, but that was another thing. It's so much stuff you can do in Santiago, Chile. Like the if you're looking for somewhere that's pretty much an all-in-one, but it's not that cheap to live at, Santiago, Chile is that place. You can do whatever you want out here, literally. Um, Now I'm gonna save this part for the end because I want to talk about future plans. But other than that, there's a lot of stuff to do. The people are amazing, the food is amazing, the weather is amazing, the transportation is on point. I recommend that you guys do not use Uber. You use Cabify just like you do in Uruguay. No point in using Uber. This shit is bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So Bolt, from what I know, is not out here, but everything is very first world like here in Santiago. I don't know about the rest of the country. Haven't been there yet. But as far as Santiago goes, it's an amazing city. Could I live in Santiago? 100%. 100%. This city has a vibe that fits my personality. Is this city perfect? Absolutely not. Is it perfect for me? Absolutely not. Every country is going to have its pros and cons. I love Paraguay, but it has a lot of cons as well. Paraguay is amazing on all fronts, but there's nothing to do. Meaning, you can pretty much do as much as you want in Asuncion in less than a week. There's not that much to see in Asuncion. It's really not. And that's in that city. There's a lot of stuff to see outside of that, but even then, there's not that much. That's why I have a place to live there because I can actually focus on what I need to do in Paraguay. Uruguay, there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of beautiful women. There's a lot of stuff. There's stuff to do. Not as much as Chile, but it's not that much to do. Buenos Aires, there's a lot to do, but not as much as Chile. So I'm titling this video "The Truth About the South of South America" because now that I've made it to Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, I've done the entire South America. I haven't done the south of Brazil, but I've done Brazil. and I've done these other 4 countries. There's no other country in South America that I have not done that is considered the South of South America. My next one is Bolivia. That's not the South of South America. That's more so central / north of South America. Now, Chile is absolutely amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I have had a blast daily. I have not really been too bored here. And if I was, it was because I was not utilizing the activities I had at hand to do. Not to mention, I've only been to like 2 of the malls. There's several malls in this city. I've only been to like 2 malls. You literally would have to stay 2 months to actually say that you did enough in Santiago, Chile. So again, I would recommend everybody give Santiago, Chile a try. Racism, stop talking about that shit. I have not even came close to experiencing race. Like, it's not the energy in Buenos Aires. At least there was a certain type of energy that you could feel because they were more European. You don't even feel that energy. I don't know what people are talking about. Maybe in the past, yes, but for the most part, I'm not. I'm really just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. Now, if you guys are on Patreon and if you guys are signed up for my email list, I apologize. Me doing vlogs, Patreon, emails, running the online store, and writing on my daily memoirs over Chile every single day and trying to live normal life is very unrealistic for me to do all those. That's exactly why I'm going to go back to Paraguay. I have to because of all the things that I want to do, like writing memoirs and all that stuff over every country I go to. I have to go back to Paraguay where there's not much to do. There's not much to do, and I can focus on what I need to focus on. Paraguay is excellent for that. Now, let's talk about the truth of being in the South of South America. With the 4 countries that pretty much make up the South of South America, or we're going to go with 5 actually. Brazil makes up the southern portion of South America because Brazil goes all the way down to Uruguay. Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Chile, and Argentina. 5 countries. Only 2 of those countries in these areas are actually going to be cheap, and that's Paraguay and Argentina. In those countries, you can buy food for cheap. You can live for cheap. You can travel for cheap around the country and throughout the city. Uruguay, Chile, and the south of Brazil, it's not going to be cheap like that. Like here in Chile, with me eating at literally, I'm not bullshitting you. Like I'm eating out 2 to 3 times a day is costing me at least $50 per day. At least $50 per day without drinks. Can you eat a $10 meal in Chile, in Santiago, Chile? Yes, you can. Now, if you're a fasting expert and you want to eat 1 meal per day, so be it. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. I love to eat. So anyway, it's going to be a lot more expensive being in somewhere like Santiago, Chile versus Salvador Bahia or Rio de Janeiro. Even Rio, it's about double the price to be in Santiago, Chile as it is in Rio. Your average drink, if you drink alcohol, your average drink here is going to be at least $8. $12. $8 to $12. Salvador Bahia, you could get a drink for $2, literally. Salvador Bahia, Brazil. That, honestly, to me, is the only downside to being in Santiago, is the price. But the positive aspects of Santiago, Chile, extremely outweigh the negatives. meaning that yes, it's expensive to be here compared to the rest of the other Latin American countries, but it's not so expensive to where it makes me feel like I need to leave and I can't do it. It just makes me feel like, okay, I need to make more money, so that way the increase in spending does not matter, because I'm not cutting back on my habits or any other thing I have. I'm just not fucking doing it. I'm just not. Thank you, Marty. I like the wine footage as well. It was an amazing experience. Is weed legal in Chile? No, but I know there's a lot of people here have been smoking weed. When I was in Uruguay, my Uber ride from the airport to my Airbnb, 25 minutes, 20 minutes, $50. A 20-minute ride in Paraguay is $10. A 20, and actually it might be like $7. A 20-minute ride in Salvador Bahia, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 10, not even $10. I used to Uber chicks one way in Salvador for an hour, and that would be $10 or $11. So for a fucking 20-minute ride in Uruguay from the airport to my place to cost $50 says a lot about how much it costs to live there. Now, if we're talking about how much it actually costs to have a apartment there, great. Decent cost of living, decent cost. You can save money. But if you go live in somewhere like Uruguay, I'm sorry if I said Paraguay, if you go live in somewhere like Uruguay, you should have your best interest in shopping at the grocery store if you plan on saving money. Okay? Places in South of South America where it makes less sense to grocery shop. Paraguay and Argentina. Those places, it doesn't make sense to grocery shop. It does not make sense to cook. It's too cheap to be there to cook, especially Argentina. Paraguay is cheap, but Argentina is ridiculously fucking cheap. Like, it doesn't make sense when I was there a month ago or two. Okay. Now, Uruguay, I mean, yeah, Uruguay, Santiago, Chile. Yes, grocery shop. You can get your groceries for a lot cheaper than you would in the States. But if you want to eat out twice a day, you damn near will be paying the same amount that you would in the States eating out twice a day. In Uruguay, not so much Santiago, Chile, but it's close in Chile. It's very, very close. But honestly, I know I said it was dangerous, and a lot of people say it's dangerous, but I haven't came close to any sort of robbery or physical harm. As long as you are in the right areas, I don't think you have. I haven't even seen it. You don't have to worry about much of that here. So it seems like you're getting a good bang for your buck. You know, you got the good transportation, the beautiful women, a lot of stuff to do, amazing food, accessibility to everything, movie theaters, nice gyms. They have everything you need. Literally, they even have a DJI store. And DJI stores show you, they don't put DJI stores everywhere. So if they have them in Chile, it means that you're in a place where there's a lot of shit. Because there was no DJI store in Kenya. And Kenya had a lot, but there was no DJI store there. If I were to break my camera, God forbid, and I need a new one, I could literally drive down the street and go buy a new one, a new DJI camera or a new drone. If they happen to me in Nairobi, forget about it. You got to order one, and they about to tax the hell out of you for import. Okay. Now, that's pretty much all I can say about how expensive it is. Number two, the South of South America is untapped. These past four countries that I've been in South of South America, it's been very difficult to meet other Americans while I was there. Like every single one of them. You know, I met one here in Santiago, but he's the guy that's just passing through. I had a few I have not met any actual expats that are here permanently. I have not met any expats here in Santiago. I met expats in Paraguay. I met expats in Uruguay. Very few. I didn't meet any expats in Argentina, and I was there 3 weeks. Very few expats live in the south of South America. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is because it's one now being in the south of South America. I would agree that being a rare commodity is actually beneficial. I know whenever I said that when I was in Europe, being rare wasn't the best thing. And to this day, I still stand at it. When I was in Europe, listen, let me tell you something about white people in Europe versus white people in South America. When I am, and this is excluding Argentina because they're pretty much European. When I was in Uruguay, Paraguay, Santiago, Chile, and I'm the only black person in the room, it does not feel like it. It feels like I'm just another person in there that doesn't look like anybody, but people aren't looking at me like I'm a fucking lion or something, or like I'm a oversized grasshopper that they've never seen in their entire lives. And they're like, oh, in Europe, Poland, Romania, it was like that. Like when you walked in, it felt like, oh, he's over there. Like, oh, they're over there. Those black guys, they're over there. You know, like you knew that you were black and that you were not common there. Versus in South America had slavery, and they have a lot of mixed people in South America, so it's not uncommon to see people that look like us. Somebody said, which part of Europe did not make you feel bad? I only went to 2 countries, but I'm not gonna think that the other countries were just so much different. Because I mean they're all white. Whatever you say, they're all fucking white. Let me get this Gatorade. Now we got a super chat right here from Austin Check on Floyd, man. He said he's heading back to the States. Seems he hasn't been having a good time overseas. Thank you for the super chat. I don't need to check on Floyd. I was just with him like an hour and a half ago. All day. I don't know anybody that thinks that most of the slaves went to North America. Now, let's talk about this. But yes, if you are an American or even a Western European, Australian, for the most part, you will not see a lot of us in the south of South America. I've met a handful of us. I think since I've arrived back in South America, I've met 5 expats from the United States. 5 expats. Versus when I was in Brazil, when I was in Colombia, I met dozens. When I was in Asia, it seemed like I met 300. Those places are saturated with expats. Now, if you are black and you come to the south of South America, you are 100% a hot commodity in all four of these countries that I've been to. Any country that you go to in the south of South America, you will be desired. I didn't say you would be loved. I don't know that. But women will be interested in you because you are unusual, but you're not so unusual to the point where they're afraid to be in public with you. I could imagine in Asia and in Europe, women being afraid to be in public with you or worrying about what other people think because you're black. It says shiny object. Sort of like that. But it's not so discriminatory per se. Yes, this is a loft. Now we got another super chat from Sunai. He says, how much roughly does it cost to get around like you do, Austin, monthly? Let's round this up. So I don't know. I don't remember how much it cost me to get from Paraguay to here. Let's say around $250. I don't know how much it costs. I know it costs $250 for me to get back from here to Paraguay. That's $500 1 month just to go to one country. If I wasn't going back, I'd be going to Bolivia. That'd probably be another $250, $200. So that's $500. If you want to do 2 weeks per country per month, which is usually around what I do, that's $500 a month on plane tickets. Nothing. That's nothing. Now, Airbnbs is where it started to eat your ass up. I think I've spent close to $700 to $800 already on this spot that I've been at since I arrived in Santiago. $800. Let's say if I want to go to Bolivia. I don't know how much it costs there, but let's go ahead and throw $400 for 10 days. That's $1,200. Add the $500, that's $1,700. Ubers are not the same price everywhere. You know, in Buenos Aires, you could ride an Uber for 10 minutes for like $2, $1.50. You ride an Uber for 10 minutes here in Santiago is $7. So the Ubers will eat your ass up too. So let's go ahead and throw, if you're living in Santiago, let's go ahead and throw in $300 for 2 weeks on Ubers because you're going to be moving around. You're a tourist. You're not going to be sitting in the same spot. So to move around like I do, I would definitely say you need at least $5,000 per month in disposable income. Like you need that. You can't do this without that. That's the bare fucking minimum. That's excluding shopping and all that other stuff. That's excluding random stuff and life popping up that you had to pay for. Okay? Now, if you want to become an expat in somewhere like Santiago, you could do that for probably $2,500 to $3,000 a month. Yes, which is still nothing. That's poverty in the United States. Yo, what up, Austin? I wanted to get a consultation with you on going to the Philippines. I just got my passport. I've been watching your videos for a minute. Keep up the great work and loving the content. Thank you very much for that super chat. If you click this link that I put right here, there is a direct booking channel where you can book a consultation and we can speak one-on-one and I can tell you what you need to know. Thank you for the super chat. I have acid reflux like crazy right now. Been drinking. I only had 2 drinks. We're going to get to this question about spending time in Chile for dates. We're going to get to that. Now, women in South America are extremely friendly. There has not been a woman I met in Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, or Argentina that was a bitch. I just have not met a bitch. Of course, you have some women that may be a bitch for the moment. Like they're like, oh, like okay, she didn't have to do it like that, or she could have said that differently. That's rare. But generally speaking, here in South America, considering the fact that they don't get too many foreigners as they do in Brazil and Colombia and Ecuador and Peru, considering that, and then considering the fact that I'm a Black American, they definitely don't. They see even less of us, a lot less of us. And if you approach them politely, and you look like you respect yourself and other people around you, the women, and keep in mind everything I just said, the women are very friendly. What a dumbass. The women are very friendly. When they reject you, it's polite. Either they politely reject you or they ignore you. That's how I like it. If you don't want to fuck with me, don't say nothing to me. If you don't want to fuck with me, just say, hey, I'm not interested. Hey, I have a boyfriend. Hey, I have a girlfriend. But I don't like women that are just rude as hell for no reason. Oh, get the fuck away from me. Not necessary. But here in South America, you will not have to worry about that. South America, you will have a lot of respect from the women. Somebody just asked about what about law enforcement. I have not had one run-in with law enforcement in the past 4 countries. I have not been extorted. I have not had any shady looks. I have not had any shady comments. I've had no issues in the past 2.5 months that I've been back in South America. Now, beautiful women. South of South America is extremely slept on when it comes to the beauty. Brazil, Colombia, first of all the women in South America are just beautiful. It's ridiculous. And Central. But Brazil and Colombia are the places we love to go to. It's not the only place with beautiful women. But there's a reason why most people don't come down here. Uruguay has beautiful women. They're more European featured, but they still have a native type of look to them. But they're more European. Argentina has beautiful women, just not as many as the other ones. Paraguay has beautiful women. Chile has extremely beautiful women. There are a lot of fit, well-developed bodies and beautiful faces and beautiful personalities here in Chile. This is not a place that you would come to and you would have a shortage of beautiful women at all. Extremely feminine, extremely fit, great hygiene, great personality, great conversation, great outlook on life. Just very pleasant to be around in general. Somebody you wouldn't mind introducing to your family. I'm serious. Sex is good too. Very good. Now, the food. And this is another thing about the women too. They already have their own money. They don't need you, they want you. That's another thing. So when people say, oh, like those women in South America want you, where it depends where you're talking about. Uruguay, Chile, I don't think so. Santiago, Chile, Montevideo, Uruguay. I didn't go to Punta del Este, but I heard it's even more expensive there. The women already have basic needs of living, from what I'm seeing. At least the ones you should be interested in. Therefore, bottom feeders, green carders, it's not really going to happen like it would in Brazil or Colombia. Because generally speaking, they're going to have a lot more from what I'm seeing. From what I'm seeing, I'm not going by fucking statistics. I'm going by from my real life experience and what I'm seeing. On average, you can tell by the average car that you see. Compare the average car that you see driving down the street in Rio, in Sao Paulo, in Salvador Bahia. Then compare the average car that you see in Montevideo, Uruguay, Montevideo in Santiago, Chile. There's more electric cars in Montevideo, Uruguay. Electric cars are not cheaper. Somebody said, would you be able to get a job in these Latin American countries? I told you guys, when you guys are moving abroad, forget about getting a fucking job. Forget about it. I don't care where you move to, forget about it. You are coming from a country with the best job opportunities in the world. If you can't get a job in the United States, don't get a job at all. That's not going to ever be included in my consultation or travel. Do not move overseas looking for a job. You need to leave the States with that. I'm going to tell you guys this too. I'm really, my Spanish has improved now. Now that I've been in Spanish speaking countries for 2.5 months, I can nearly have conversation. Like my conversational skills have picked up a lot in Spanish. So I learned overnight like you guys wanted me to. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's moving to Chile from the United States for a damn job. I just don't know that. Now, you got people coming from Venezuela going to Chile. Venezuela's poor going to another, not so rich country, but doing better than Venezuela country. They do that and then they go to the United States. The United States is being, that's not good. You're not going to be able to beat that when it comes to salary and opportunity. And equality, job equality. You're not going to be able to beat that. I don't care how hard you think you have, how hard you think you have the United States. It's not as hard as it would be somewhere like in Brazil. It's just not. Now, we got a question here. 2 questions. Son, I said, wife of 18 years, Black American, wants to divorce me. I'm about to turn up in 2024. Appreciate you, Austin. No disrespect to my sisters. I appreciate you. Keep watching the content because I'm going to tell you where you need to go to celebrate your divorce. Thank you for the super chat. Theo Anderson says, can you talk more about if you would deal with more lower class women, the one at the restaurant that was Venezuelan versus women that are at least middle class? Commented on one of your posts about this. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I was just at Bella Vista. My gut is always right. I've been talking to hostess, waitress, and the thing about South America is everybody's fucking beautiful. So when we talk about, practice classism, only talk to the chicks that's, on your level, it's very hard to do that when you have a fucking 10 that is serving hot dogs. It's very hard to be like, oh, you know what? She's beautiful. She could be a supermodel, but she's not in my class. Like that takes a lot of discipline. So I literally walked up and had 25 women speak to the camera today. Floyd and I. We put in a lot of work for you guys. We had 25 women speak to the camera today. Oh, and you know I got all the Instagram. You know I did that. I got 25 of there, but they're all waiters, people, beautiful women working on the side of the road, women walking down the street. None of them seem to be more than middle class. Maybe a couple of them were middle class, maybe. Okay. There was some chicks sitting next to me at this sushi restaurant. After Floyd went home, I was sitting at the sushi restaurant. I had one more drink by myself. My gut told me they're pretty, but I can tell their socioeconomic status. And they kept choosing at me. So after a few minutes, I went and got up and I said, "Hey, you know, I noticed we locked eyes a couple of times. I just wanted to come speak to y'all." And they pretty much had to get the fuck away from me energy. Like, what's wrong with you? Well, motherfucker, really, you ain't shit. Anyway, I caught on to that and I was like, okay. That only happened because of where they were, because of who they are. When we were at the W Hotel and we had the three cougars, extremely available to talk to, extremely open. The conversation was smooth flowing. Energy that we didn't need no sex from them. All we needed was that vibe they was giving us. That was enough for me. I didn't need to kiss them. I didn't need sex. It was just a good time being around them, having friends. And that's why I tell you guys, hang out at places like that. If you want bad bitches, you got to hang out where bad bitches are going to be at. In places like expensive hotels. Hell, some women even hang out at cigar lounges, but you might want to watch out for them because if they're at a cigar lounge, they're probably a gold digger. Yes, I was trying to fuck. Yeah, I was trying to fuck. Yeah, I was trying to fuck. But if they didn't want to fuck, that's fine. Didn't need that. I don't need sex to have a good time. I appreciate people just being friendly and showing me a good time. And I'll show you a good time. They even show, here's a good thing. We didn't get sex out of them, but they even showed us where the party was at downstairs, where it was like 200-300 chicks that behaved pretty much the same way they did. I didn't fuck nothing that night. I didn't. But I still had a good time because I was around a bunch of beautiful, well-dressed, feminine women that had great conversation and engaged in conversation and showed me a good time. That's all that mattered to me. I don't need pussy. I've been outside the United States 15 months. I've caught up on pussy. Trust me. I've had enough pussy now. Am I done with it? No. But I'm just saying. You don't need sex. But again, going back to the question, those women were not, or at least they didn't appear to be. They weren't actually because they had an expensive tab and they paid for their own tab. People think that, oh, they used us. We didn't even pay for their shit. Because I even tried to stop them. I said, hey, my subscribers donated because I told them that we were going to have another drink. They said, no, we'll still get it. They paid for their own shit, even though y'all donated. So they didn't use us. They just didn't have any sexual intent with us. They just wanted to have a good time. And I'm saying this to say, meanwhile, while I'm having a good time with them, the same hostess that worked at that restaurant is playing texting games with me. This is why I put up that tweet. The woman that was attending, the women that were attending and eating at that restaurant, at that hotel, showed us a good time, took us to the club downstairs, drank with us, got on the live stream, supported the live, talked to the subscribers. We had a damn good time. The hostess at that same restaurant, just as good looking as they were and even younger, is playing texting games. Can't get her on a date, can't get her on the phone. That's what you deal with when you date outside your class. Have you ever worked on yourself a lot, improved yourself, and then you tried to fuck with the same chicks, not the exact same chicks, but the same level of chicks that you dealt with before you improved yourself, and they decide to sabotage the whole interaction they have with you because they can't believe a dude of your caliber wants to talk to them? That's the same thing as dating below your class. When I was living in Dallas and I had no bed, I had no frame on my bed, just a mattress and a pillow, and my mind had not readjusted. It actually didn't readjust a couple of months ago, to be honest. My mind had not readjusted so that I cannot fuck with the same women that I was fucking with when I had my bed on the floor. When I had my apartment fully furnished and I did not level up the women that I was dealing with in my life, they would fuck it up. Because they could not, I guess they wasn't used to motherfuckers having a fully furnished house in their own car. So Austin Holloman is actually telling you, yes, you should be classist. You should deal with people that are on your level. Just that simple. She ain't got shit. She ain't got shit going for herself. She ain't got no future. Fuck her. If she can't afford to pick up her own shit, fuck her. Any bitch that's texting me right now that's offended by this, fuck you too. Because I'm not fucking with a chick that is gonna run up a tab that she doesn't have the money for. It's not that I don't have the money. It's not that I don't have the money. I just don't want to fuck with you. Because we're not in the same class. So every time you fuck with me, I'm gonna have to pay for a lot. Not that I'm gonna have to pay for something, but I'm gonna have to pay for a lot. Look at what just happened the other day. We had subscribe. I got literally like 150. I said, hey guys, if you guys want us to take another shot, y'all donate. We need $40, $10 for her, $10 for her, $10 for her, $10 for me. $40, everybody can get another shot. I got like 150 bucks in like 30 minutes of donations. They saw that. They were like, oh, you got, oh. They said, no, we don't want another drink anymore. We'll pay for our own stuff. That's because they're at the W Hotel. Not every bitch at the W Hotel, and I'm not calling them bitches, but not every chick at the W Hotel has money because some chicks may just hang out up there just to find a baller. I've seen that a lot in Nairobi. But because this is a caliber of a restaurant, hotel that they should be at. So they paid for their own stuff. We went downstairs to the party. The party was $25 per person to get in. And in the United States, that's not too expensive. But you got to think about it. In the other countries, that $25 is like the equivalent to 75 to 100 bucks. In the United States, if you had to pay 100 bucks to get into a party, that's not cheap. Fucking world, nationwide, in the United States, it's not cheap. We didn't have to pay for them to get in there either. They didn't ask us to pay for any drinks, none of that. Now, when you go get a chick that's below your class, see, when you passport bros are going to these countries, you basically go pick up a liability. Do you need a woman that's gonna take care of you? No, because I don't need that. I didn't need them chicks to pay for the shit. Even without the donations, I had the money in my account. So for any chick that's offended by what I'm saying, don't fuck with me no more. Cause I ain't changing shit. I don't give a fuck about you or your feelings, bitch. Anyway, that's how I feel about dating below my class. At the best, a chick that's below my class, I fuck her. I'd have sex with her. At the most. Dealing with them? Because it's not even just long term. It's not, I mean, that's not long term. It's not even just financially when we talking about dealing with low class women. It's not even financial. See, because a chick can have finances don't make you high class or low class. Okay? Some of you motherfuckers got money, and I can take your ass to Ruth Chris, and you still not in the right place. Y'all could be making 3 times what I'm making a month in a week, and you still belong at McDonald's and KFC because you ain't got no home trainer. sitting at the dinner table, talking loud. I had a chick. This bitch thought she was so bougie. We're at a nice restaurant, and she on her phone scrolling on social media. The phone is this loud while we're sitting at the restaurant. This restaurant is very quiet. So I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, does it only sound loud to me? Everybody else at the restaurant looking. Bitch, put your phone up. I remember I was in Thailand and there was a chick. You guys know I love to curse. I think my favorite word is motherfucker. There's a time and a place for everything. Like there's certain times you can curse out loud. I was in Asia. Not gonna say what country. And there's a chick that I'm sitting with eating dinner. Breakfast, whatever it was. And she's saying fuck louder than I would ever say it in a restaurant. And I'll cuss at the restaurant loud enough for you to hear me talking. Like, oh yeah, that was some bullshit, man. I just didn't give a fuck. Like, I would be talking enough for you to hear me saying that type of language. Even if I wasn't cursing, I'm not going to talk loud enough for the whole restaurant. She's like, no, that was stupid as fuck. I couldn't believe it. What the fuck? Bitch. You'll never eat at Ruth Chris fucking with me. You ain't got no home trainer. You are a female and you're cursing loud. And without cursing, you're talking loud in the restaurant. I'm an influencer. I'm used to all the attention being on me because I have all the attention on me on social media. People talk to me when they see me in person on social media. I mean, when they know me from social media, they see me in person. Okay. I don't I don't want that type of attention. Hey, that's Austin. That's fine. Hey, Austin sitting with a chick that can't shut the fuck up. I don't want that attention. So I'm just not gonna fuck with you. Therefore, that's why I'm saying low class is not just money. Class is a mentality and a training. You don't know how to cut your food properly. You don't know how to talk to the waiter properly. You don't know how to have an inside voice. It's not just money. Money is a part, but it's not just money. Some people need to know that. Because some people think, oh, I make all this money. We're different. Mentally, you can still be the same as you were before. You just got more money in your pocket. That's why people that win the lottery go broke, because they don't change mentally. Anyway, yeah. The same housing project chick with a Range Rover. That's what I'm talking about. You got a classy car, but you don't have a classy mind. Better food. The south of South America, I can honestly say I've had better food in Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, and Chile. I've had better food in all four of those places than I ever had in Brazil. And Brazil had good food. Colombia had good food. But these other four countries have had amazing food, healthy food, organic food, food that gives you energy. Amazing steak, amazing chicken, amazing fish. Full for several hours. The least processed. Now they not beating Tanzania, but I will say Chile is very close with the quality and the flavor of Tanzania's food. Tanzania is hard to beat, but since I've been in South America, it's very close. Romania, Thailand, Poland, good food, but not did it ever cross my mind that they were even competing with Tanzania. But the south of South America competing with Tanzania, yes. Absolutely. Which country has the best meat? I would say I've had the best beef, the best steaks, best beef, best hamburgers. I've had that in Argentina, had the best meat. I would say Argentina had the best meat, yes. When you get older, you realize there's more things to travel for the women. And I'm gonna tell you guys this, because I used to travel for women. I mean, I used to travel just to travel, but women were like one of my main focus. And I will say that if you base your travels around women, you will be disappointed because everywhere is not the same. You will not get the same results. So you will dislike a city or a country because you're not in that city or that country for the right reason. For example, here in Santiago, dating scene not my most favorable for reasons. It's not bad though, but it's just not my most favorable. I wouldn't prefer it here for dating. But food is amazing. Transportation is amazing. I finally have a unlimited phone plan. My SIM card, that's why I was able to do the live stream for you guys because I had unlimited data. That's important to me. Why? Because when I was in Paraguay, Uruguay, I was running out of data and I had to go recharge. And Argentina too. I was running out of data in those three countries. So I'd have to go to the store, recharge my phone. Fuck that shit, man. Who wants to do that? That's 2006. That's the same thing as going in the gas station and buying minutes for your phone, man. Nobody wants to do that. So the fact that I can access the internet anytime I want to, that I like Chile for that. That wasn't in Paraguay. At least not that I was able. I was in Paraguay for a month and I never seen that. Another thing that I like about Paraguay outside of the women, like I said, the food, the transportation, the weather. Weather's good. Not too hot, not too cold. It gets hot during the day here from what I've since I've been here. At night, it's either cool or it's fair weather. I can enjoy it. I could be getting a lot of pussy in Germany right now, but it's freezing. I don't like freezing weather. I love Paraguay, not for the women, but because it's a place for me to go there and for me to reset because there's nothing to do. I can appreciate that. Now that I found out about Chile, let's say I wanted to stop doing YouTube. I could literally work, write my books, my memoirs in Paraguay, go to Chile to enjoy myself. Dating scene is not nowhere near. The dating scene is not perfect in Paraguay. The dating scene is not perfect in Chile. Good looking women, but hey, if you think that you're gonna come down here and I've been telling you guys this. I've really been telling you guys about this in the past four countries. In Uruguay, or the past four countries: Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Paraguay. If you think you're gonna find a bunch of chicks that you can fuck first night, forget about it. If you think you want to have women that will be very available, forget about it. Somebody said, "Why don't I go to sports, to the football game?" I don't fuck with football. I don't fuck with any sport actually. You're not smashing a lot of chicks first night here in South and South America. Brazil, yeah, that's happening big time. You're not going to be dealing with a lot of chicks that, hey, I want to take you to the amusement park today. No, they're too busy. It's not like Brazil where they do have time. In Brazil, they make time. I'm gonna tell you right now, here they're not gonna make time. Paraguay, they're not gonna make time. How they not available? It's a lot of stuff to do in Chile, in Santiago. Marty, I think you might be right about that. I think you might be right about that. So if you are impatient dating women, Don't come to Chile. Don't go to Argentina. Don't go to Paraguay. Don't go to Uruguay because it's not going to be quick. Therefore, if you travel to Argentina, to Paraguay, to Uruguay, to Chile, only for the women, you will be disappointed because you're not going to get that much pussy. Okay? You're just not. Which is fine with me because I've already had enough women. So when I'm in Paraguay and I meet a chick that I really like, it's taking her a week, 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks just for her to go on a date with me. Fine. I'm writing books. I got shit to do. That's why I'm in Paraguay, because I'm in that phase of my life where I'm busy. If you got a lot of free time, don't bring your ass down to this side of the world. I'm telling you right now, you're wasting your time. Some places you need to go if you are impatient with women is Nairobi, Kenya. You can go there. You can go to Brazil. You can go to Tanzania. You got to be a little more patient in Tanzania than you do in Kenya. Go to those places. Go to Thailand. You don't need any patience there. So you're going to have to play the long game. And like Anonymous just said, the women in these countries, especially this part of South America, if you're black, they'll fuck with you. Even if you're white, they'll fuck with you. But from what I've been seeing, they like their own men for the most part. Do Chilean women prefer black men? Oh, you talking about that video? But I don't think they prefer. But I think they are interested. But I don't think they prefer. No. Rise, young warrior, break free from the matrix, unleash your power beyond the limits, proving life strength outside the system. Thank you very much for that super chat. I will keep doing that. You said 1440. I've never been to South Africa. But we think about going to Madagascar, South Africa here in a couple of weeks. I'm thinking about going to Madagascar, South Africa, and then coming back. Now, Noisy MacBook is requesting that I play this clip at 1440. So let's do this real quick and we'll get back. Floyd entertaining two chicks. Look at him. gotta leave that backpack at home next time, man. But he's doing a good job. I will attest to that. Floyd is approaching quality. I don't know what you wanted us to see. Now, let's get back to it. He said 2 basic Bettys. Let's talk about infrastructure. Infrastructure in the south of South America is better than it is in any other part of South America that I've been to. I've not been everywhere in South America, but so far, the infrastructure has been the absolute best. I would say number 1 in Uruguay. It's in between Uruguay and Chile, actually. Let's go with Chile. Then let's go with Uruguay. Then Argentina. Then Brazil. Then Colombia. Then Paraguay. Paraguay has the least developed out of all the South American countries I've been to. Now, like I said it here about being in the south of South America, you must be patient if we're talking about dating. They are more traditional. That does not mean they're ready to go to church. I'm just saying, as far as them meeting with you right away, forget about it. If you're impatient with women, go to another place in the world, but not here. If you are impatient with women and you want to come to the south of South America, be ready to pay for pussy. Bottom line. Bottom line. Next, we pretty much covered that. Now, future plans. I have a plane ticket going back to Paraguay Monday. I've been typing up my memoir for Chile, and this will be a must read. It will be a must read, and it'll be a quick 7 to 100 pages, maybe $3 to $5 for the ebook. But you must read this one because I wrote down every single thing that I did every day, and everything is not on fucking YouTube. And it's just going to be a very good story to read. It'll be a very good storyline. Every country I go to, I'm taking notes. I'm doing videos, and then at the end of the day, I take notes, or throughout the day, and at the end of the day, I take notes of everything I did. So you guys will be able to follow through with the videos, and then you'll be able to follow through with the books to know exactly what's going on while I'm on this trip. I already have my ticket to go back to Paraguay. If it's not that, and I decide to switch it, You guys remember the girl that I had no reservations with, and she was Chilean, and she said that, oh, I was friend zone Austin. She's in San Pedro. We're supposed to be meeting uh, so she can show me around San Pedro. San Pedro is a desert. There's a lot of nice deserty stuff to do there. They even have a stargazing desert area where you can sit there and you can like see the fucking Milky Way at night. Now keep in mind Chile's not going anywhere. I've already bought my ticket back to Paraguay. It's only a $80 round trip to go from here to San Pedro and back. It's only $80. The benefit, I'll have a woman in every video for 4 days straight. We're gonna record probably 2 vlogs per day. We'll be able to see some stunning things like the Milky Way galaxy at night, the Grand Canyon like structure of the desert. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do there. A lot of historical stuff, a lot of beautiful stuff to see. It's not a place that I would go, trying to really get intel on dating because it's apparently San Pedro's like a fucking village. But it's just somewhere for me to get content. It's somewhere for me to experience things, but it's not going anywhere. I can always come back. Now, if I do decide to do this, my girlfriend is missing me, but she'll just have to miss me for an extra 4 days. Fuck it. But I would have to call tomorrow, switch my ticket, and go to San Pedro. Now, because I need to make this decision by tomorrow. Like, I need to know this by tomorrow. I need you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you really want to see content from San Pedro. For example, the stargazing. There's no beach in San Pedro. It's like a village. Like the only reason I'm going there is because there's a lot of nice stuff to see, and there'll be a woman I could have in all the videos. That's a win-win for my channel. Women get a lot of views, and pink lakes and stuff like that. People want to see that. Combining the two, unstoppable. So this is what I mean by stargazing. So when you go to San Pedro, the desert, Atacama Desert, looks like this at night in the sky. Which this is the Milky Way galaxy, I'm assuming, where we live at. So even if we go San Pedro and we look at things to do, fuck it. It's not sure. All of a sudden, it's not showing me now. Yeah, all of a sudden, it's not showing me. But there's a lot of stuff to do. I don't know. I already got my ticket back to Paraguay. The thing is, I can always come back to Chile. I don't know. But I do know if I do go back to Paraguay now, like intended, I'll go back. I'll write some more memoirs. Get my do the same thing I was doing before. Get my Patreon content up again. Do some more travel guides. Doing a travel guide over Santiago, Chile, because I did a lot of stuff, and I can lead you guys in the right direction. And then I'm gonna go to Bolivia and do it all over again. Somebody just asked how much is this Airbnb, which I would stay here again, maybe, or I would stay on the eastern portion of the town because there's more stuff that I was doing over there. So I paid $364 for a week, $45 a night. So far, I've spent $600 on this Airbnb. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going. Yeah, it's just a loft. It's just like what I had in Uruguay, where it's down here and then upstairs is a bedroom. You know, but I'm going to edit a vlog and most likely post it Monday because I will be on the airplane around the same time that my vlogs usually air, and I don't want to miss it. So I'll edit the vlog tomorrow, put it up. The next vlog will have 25 women on it. Let me show you how a few of these look. Now, this is one that I liked. And they all know they're going to be on YouTube because I hit them with the same line. Hey, me and my friend, we have a YouTube channel. We just need you to say hi to the camera. They say, hey, no. You got to use the YouTube clout to your advantage. See, people get real friendly when that clout kick in. Then I say, yeah, here, give me your information. Give me your Instagram so I can, so you can go to my YouTube. We can follow. You can keep in touch. and you can see the video. It'll be up tomorrow, the day after that. I got her in the sales funnel. She's in the sales funnel now. Now she's looking at the advertisement, which is me. One day she'll bite on it, but I ain't sweating it. This is one. Full body, very sexy. I don't know where that girl I had in the shorts from. I don't know. But I got on her and her coworker. I ain't playing. I am not playing about this shit. We is not playing about this shit. Sí, hola.
Hola.
¿Es tu nombre? They said they probably watching it live because it's public. I know that. What did I say? The same thing I told them. Y'all gonna be on YouTube. They said this girl's all right. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because I saw her with my own eyes. Shit. She wasn't no less than an 8.5. I saw her. See, y'all can't see everything. I saw her with my own eyes. Talking about she ain't got no chest. Bullshit. I saw her. So here's some more advice that I got. I had a friend telling me this, and I had a few of my subscribers telling me this. Oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Austin. Oh, Austin. Don't tell chicks about your YouTube. I did not work this goddamn hard to build my social media to hide that motherfucker. Like I said about the low class women. If you do not like who I am, fuck off. Fuck off. Now, if I meet a chick and she rejects me and then I double back and I say, hey, well, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I want to put you on my channel. And if she gains interest from me doing that, yeah, that's just a smash and dash. That's just a smash and dash because she's just worried about clout at that point. Now, if I meet a chick that does not know anything about my YouTube, and then she finds out about my YouTube and doesn't want to talk to me, kick rocks. What, I'm gonna delete my channel for you? You got me fucked up. She's wearing a mic because she's working at the that was for her restaurant. She was like the hostess or something. So that whole Just like I got a chick in Uruguay that I met. She wasn't rejecting me or nothing. She was interested, but she was kind of playing games. She followed me on Instagram. She didn't know I had a YouTube because I guess she didn't do too much research on me. Then she did her research on me. Then she reached out. She said, "Hold on, I just saw the video that we did together. I didn't know that you had a YouTube channel. When you coming back to Uruguay? We need to spend a lot of time together." In that scenario, fuck her, and that's as far as that can go. But relationship, no. But I will not be giving myself a second job of living a double life when my face is on the internet and is connected to my first and last name. Bullshit. I don't work hard for shit to throw it in the trash. Fuck that. Fucking crazy. Now, little mama right here. You can't see what we saw, but she know what she working with. Cause she even said in the video, yeah, 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 tell him I go to the gym. So I pulled out that camera and I said, show him the gym. That she froze up. So she wasn't about that life. Look at little mama right here. Chile. Chile. Every day. We all working with a little something. We gotta throw everybody. It can't be all just women. We throw everybody in there. I think little mama in the white shirt was interested. Hola. They're Brazilian. But I was saying, I think the chick from a minute ago in the white shirt was interested because her coworkers kept pointing at her saying she was single, and nobody asked. Hey. Yo hablo poquito español. Esto español. Hey, Floyd be hitting that I'm learning Spanish line. Floyd looked better with the hat, man. We got Floyd some new clothes today. We got Floyd some new clothes today and a hat.
Like this.
Yeah. You know.
Sí.
Hola.
Oh yeah, these all about to be thumbnails in the future. That's why. Oh yeah, I got thumb. I'm about to have thumbnails for the rest of 2024. My channel gonna look like Floyd's. You know what I'm saying? You know, Floyd had to get him a little action again right here. He said she's the weakest I've seen.
Ah, tú deberías usar.
Floyd. Hola.
Hola. Hola.
Sí.
Now Floyd got this one. When I tell you, you can't tell right here, but Lil Mama was fully loaded. Lil Mama was fully loaded. I told Floyd, you get it or I'm gonna get it. Which one you want to do? Because some people you can look at and the shit just don't make no sense, man. I went to an art museum. I got it on B-roll, my B-roll footage. So let's go back to the class thing. She's selling stuff on the side of the street with somebody it looks like. Apparently, based off what I was saying, that was outside of the class. But goddamn, I mean, she's a hostess. That's technically outside of the class. She's a waiter.
Sí.
She's a waiter. That's outside of the class. She's a she's a hostess. That's outside of the class. She's a hostess. Now we're gonna have to make that we're gonna have to make some exceptions for these women. We're gonna have to make some exceptions. They outside of the class based off what I was saying earlier, but man. You gotta have some discipline to follow that rule. Oh, she was very friendly. We took a picture together. I got her info. Let me catch her outside of work. Y'all know what it is. Y'all already know the biz. Y'all know what it is. I got everybody in. Every chick I put on the video, I got their Instagram. Because we live nowadays, social media is the sales funnel for dating. See, they not gonna tell you no for the phone number. I mean, for the Instagram, because they want some followers. They not gonna tell you no. So I say, hey, I told you I was putting you on YouTube. Follow my Instagram as well. Get the YouTube channel. It'll be up tomorrow or the day after that, and you'll see your video. If she interested, she gonna watch the new videos. Then the next thing you know, she gonna be commenting on my stories, liking the photos. And then when I catch on, it's a wrap. Because it's the dating sales funnel trap. That's how the system, I'm telling you, in 2024, that's how the system works. That's how the system works. So if you is on some shit like, oh, I'm not gonna get chicks off the internet, I'm not gonna leverage the internet, good fucking luck. Now, if you're looking for a wife, go ahead and shut the fuck up. But if you're looking to date, you gotta use the internet. Y'all know what that white linen suit do, man. Your boy does not. Your boy gets the action in the white linen suit. Goddamn it! See, I put on that white linen suit when it's time to show up. Why? Because the confidence gonna be on 10, and when that sunlight hit, when that sunlight hit, I mean, I'm the shit. So when you got on the all white, when you step in the room, you stepping in the room. Can't nobody say they didn't notice you when you got on all white. Because your game got to be that tight.
¿Y cómo se llama tu canal de YouTube?
I know y'all talking shit about my fade. I went too high. I mean, I like this one. Yeah, this will be out Monday. I like this one. And I like this one a lot.
Mi nombre es Francis.
All right.
But don't worry. What do you think about patience with dating in Europe? I would say, from what people have told me, you don't need patience in places like Poland. But in the wintertime, we needed patience. Or you're going to have to do hella cold approaching. Thank you for the super chat. But I don't have enough experience in Europe to really answer that. But I'll tell you in South and South America, yes. Look how she looking at your boy. I don't be making this shit up. I don't be making it up. That was water I was drinking. Nah, I wasn't peeing. They said, Austin, did you hit though? I just met her 2 hours ago while she 3 hours ago while she was at work. Shit, she probably still at work. Now I'm done with this bullshit, man. I'm about to start abusing this YouTube clout. The same way how y'all like to trick with y'all money, I'm about to trick with my social media. If they act like they not interested, I'm just gonna say, hey, look, check this out. Look how many subscribers right here. I put you on my channel. I blew this other bitch up in Rwanda. You could be next. Come on. That's what we gonna start doing. I'm tired of this shit. Now, some people in the comments saying don't do it. I'm gonna do it because I'm not trying to get married or have no girlfriend. Again, like I said, if I was looking for a girlfriend, no. If I can win a girl over that became my girlfriend from my YouTube clout, no. First night smash, roster rotation, yeah. We gonna use the clout. They said, Austin, you need to heal. So somebody said I shouldn't downplay myself. I have been downplaying. I don't even tell chicks I have a YouTube until we get to that topic. I don't lie and say, oh, you know, I do this, I do that. You know, I don't do that. But I'll just tell them like, oh, you know, I won't ever bring it up until we just so happen until she asks, like, what kind of work do you do? I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I make videos, travel videos. But I don't ever bring it up. I'm done doing that shit. Because I just go back and I realize how many chicks have been like on the fence when I met them in person. Like, I say, oh yeah, you know, okay, look, yeah, let me just get your Instagram instead. Like, oh, you got a good amount of followers. Oh yeah, what do you do? I do YouTube, so some of my subscribers follow me. Oh, You do YouTube. Now the whole thing is different. So fuck that. I'm using it. From now on. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They say YouTube scares some chicks away. Fuck them. All women are not the same. No. They're just, we're not going to start this shit again. Just know that there's certain things worldwide that will be the same. Certain things worldwide will be the same. But to think that you would have the exact same experience in Texas that you would in Santiago, Chile is just foolish. Flakiness, competition, and shit testing. I've only been shit tested from women that spoke fluent English and or were from a country that was known for being westernized, like South Africa. I've been shit tested by a South African. I've been shit tested by a woman in Thailand that claimed that she lived in the United States. Surprisingly, in Nairobi, I don't think I've ever really been shit tested. And if I did, I didn't notice it. Yeah, no. Yeah, they're not the same. The hypergamy, yes, but like, for example, you can't tell me women are the same, and I can go to Brazil and never get flaked on. I can go to Paraguay and never get flaked on. Can it happen? Yes, but to think that it's the norm in those places is not true. But if you go to Dallas, it's the norm to be flaked. Like, you can pretty much set up 5 dates in a day, and if nobody showed up, it wouldn't even surprise me. He said the Rwandan chick was shit testing the hell out of you. Yeah, she the thing is, she could shit test the hell out of me because I was making money off of her. And that's where people be fucking up when they fuck with me. People stay thinking they getting over me when really I'm always the one that got the advantage. Because I already knew from the jump you was trying to get over on me. You said a few days ago that Chile reminds you of Dallas. When it came, I said it reminded me of Dallas, but it was nicer because the interactions are nice. They text you back. They're consistent versus in Dallas, the interactions were very dumb. If they weren't rude, they didn't have a lot to talk about. Like when I would try to talk to women in Dallas, I would often find myself running out of shit to say to them because they didn't have good response. Like they were very dry and like you'd be like, what the hell? Like I even tried to talk to a chick when I was in Uruguay. I tried to talk to a chick in Dallas and I'm texting my homeboy like, am I tripping or like am I not saying the right thing or is she just boring as hell? So I went and texted another chick that was in Uruguay, and the conversation was complete. I was like, "Yeah, this is another reason why I don't like Dallas." But as far as not being able to see them on a date, or see them in a reasonable time frame, yeah, that Chile and Dallas are very similar with that. Like Chile, you you meet a chick, it might be 2 weeks before you see her again. Dallas, 2 weeks, 20 years, you never know. But yeah, no, as hard as you have to try, no, there's women are not the same worldwide. Like it's foolish to even think that. And if here's my thing, if you think women are the same worldwide, stay in the United States and shut the fuck up. Like if they're no different, then why the hell do you travel to date? You should get an American woman and take her with you. What the fuck? Physically, they're not even the same. Look at these women in the videos. The average women in Chile look like what I showed you in these videos. Like that's what I'm seeing on average out here. The chick with the glasses, the one I took the picture with, and the one that I had on a short, like you're seeing that on average here. Go to Dallas, they don't look like that on average. They have a lot of beautiful women in Dallas, but not on average like that. But you say they're the same. Because the same is not just personality. Like you can't say these people are the same as these people here, and physically the motherfuckers is nowhere even alike. Look at Miami. There's a lot of fake women there, like physically. But according to you, they're the same as the women in Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, where these women basically live in the gym. And they don't need to be fake to look like that. If women are the same worldwide, why is there no major red pill movement, passport bro movement from these other countries? Because there's men in these other countries that have money to travel around the world. Like Brazilians are all over South America. Like every South American country I've been to, I've met several Brazilians that are there on vacation to travel, or they're expats in that country. Why don't they just go to the United States and get an American chick? They're the same. No difference between the Brazilian chicks, apparently. If there's no difference, why the hell don't they come? Why are we not complaining about Brazilian men coming to the United States taking our women? They the same. You know, in Brazil, if you meet a woman, she kisses you on the spot when you get her phone number. I never experienced that till I got over there. Matter of fact, that's the only place I've experienced that. Because women are not the same, where the experience is not going to be the same. People are not the same worldwide. So I don't know where y'all get that shit from. But that just means you haven't, well, that means you probably don't know shit. But it just means you don't know. You probably haven't been a lot of places either. But really, you don't need to go many places to know that. So they said dudes from other countries fly American women out. Bullshit. Maybe in Western Europe, and they send them back. They send them back. They fly an American woman out and they send them right back over to us. How many black American women that went to Italy? How many of them still there? They said 90% of Brazilians can't afford to come to America. Then why is the 10% not going to get? And they said Austin gonna take a comment and run with it. Hell yeah. But yeah, no, we're not gonna keep talking about that because I've already explained that many times. I've already explained that many times. That argument is died at the beginning of my career. I've talked about that too much. But yeah, it's nearly 2 a.m. here. I think we covered some topics. You guys got to see some teasers for the next vlog. I will try to go get some more stuff tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to get a couple more women in the video to add to the vlog for tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed that show, hit the Cash App. Make sure you go get the free Digital Nomad starter kit so you can live overseas and do this same thing. Pick up a travel guide. Be on the lookout for the Chile memoir and the Chile travel guide. Those will be coming up sometime next week. And like my friend Floyd says,